The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. Q101, WKQX, WKQX HD1 Chicago, a Cumulus media station.
Now is your chance to GTFO with a shot at a $100 Visa gift card and be qualified for a trip for two to see a hot band in a warm weather climate. GTFO. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
Here we go, the fifth week of giving you a GTFO with an incredible Q101 band, and sometimes in their hometown. Like last week, it was Green Day in San Francisco. We will draw that winner at 8:50 today. We'll call them up. But right now, it's the Killers in Vegas, right where the Super Bowl was. That's their hometown. So just text HOT, as in hot fuss. So HOT, 312-591-8300. Text HOT, HOT. 312-591-8300. That will get you in the running for the trip for two Killers in Vegas and a $100 Visa gift card just for qualifying for the trip. So make sure you text that right now.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions, 25-22 in overtime. A game where the first half was, I don't want to use the word sleepy. It was a defensive struggle, as I said to Megan. She goes, does that mean the defenses are struggling? I go, no, they're doing really well. But I will say something funny about the beginning of the game before we get into it.
Please.
I'm sitting there. Maybe I want to know if the dads and the parents can relate to it. This is the first time I've never had people over for the Super Bowl in about 6 or 7 years. It was just me and Megan, and Harper's now 15 months old. Pretty hectic around dinner time with a baby and running around, chasing her around the house. Now that she's walking, she made the pic. You can see it at Q101's Facebook page. At some point around 4 o'clock, I had paused the broadcast for some reason because Harper ran down the hallway and she was in the bathroom and wants to grab toothbrushes and stuff, and I got to protect her.
That crazy kid.
No, nuts.
What's she going to do with a toothbrush? Why do you have to protect her?
Stab her in the eye. Stab herself in the eye.
Wait, what are you going to do to her?
No, that's what she's going to do to herself. See, you don't understand this. You have to think about these things when you're a parent. So at some point, I did that. Now, if I had people over, I would have paid more attention to the TV instead of just saying, okay, the Super Bowl will be on in a minute. I sit down right before mealtime, bought some Philly's best cheesesteaks for the event, and I open my phone up to DraftKings, my guys, and want to get about 13 bets in, at least, possibly up to 23 bets. I had some.
It's your Jordan year?
Yeah, and I'm sitting there kind of going through, and I'm like, they're not going through. And I'm like, what's going on? The app must be overloaded right now, which never happened before in the history of the app, by the way. So I reset it, go back in again. I go, what's going on? And I take a look at the clock, which I hadn't looked at all day, and I go, holy crap, the game already started. Megan, we're behind. Fast forward. I missed about the first 7 minutes of the game and didn't get any of my bets in. None of them.
So, Mr. DraftKings.
Mr. DraftKings, me.
Your wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse.
No bets.
No bets.
Oh, boy.
Because the TV was behind.
Honestly, I'm jealous. I wish I wouldn't have gotten any bets in.
Did you have no winners there?
I had 2.
Okay.
If you remember on Friday, I gave you 3 bets. That I was like, I think these 3 are going to hit.
The octopus didn't happen.
It was the octopus.
Yep.
And then it was the Taylor Swift-themed DraftKings bets.
Yep. Travis
Kelce, 87-plus receiving yards, and Christian McCaffrey, 150 receiving and rushing yards combined. Both of those hit.
Yep.
The problem
Yeah.
is that the octopus didn't hit. I had the octopus bet, which is when a player scores a touchdown and then scores the ensuing 2-point conversion.
Right.
I not only bet that would just happen in general, but they also had Travis Kelce specifically scoring an octopus. If that would have hit, Brian, we'd be eating crab legs right now.
Woo!
Oh, it would have been a good morning.
Instead, we're eating crumbs. They're left over here. It's very sad. Yeah, I didn't get any of them in, and I really think I would have lost most of them. I'm not sure. I definitely would have won the over on the anthem.
Oh, I bet.
And,
well, there's controversy there because of the way Reba did it.
Yeah, she did. Because the country.
She sang the last line twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you're not supposed to do.
I respect our flag. I respect our country. I would not be doing what Reba did. Respect our country. It's fine. Things we can improve on.
Oh, there's always things we can improve on. Now, I don't even know on the payouts, did that affect it, or maybe they have to go by what the anthem was? They can't say it was over after that verse the one time.
My understanding is they actually went with the over, that they counted her second round of the last line in there.
Yeah.
But there are some degenerates out there that are not very happy.
Well, clearly. Also, the over, I believe, was 47.5, and it finished with 47 points.
Ooh, that hurts.
And that was if they would have kicked the extra point, but the game was over in overtime. They don't kick the extra point once the game's over. Wow. How many people lost money on that? Check it with your bets. How'd you guys do at 312-591-8300? I didn't get any bets in because I was behind on the TV because of Harper.
I think I had 9 bets placed. I only hit 2, but a lot of them were tied up in Travis Kelce touchdowns. I can't believe he didn't score last night. That was kind of the basis of a lot of what I was putting money down on.
Speaking of Travis Kelce, the most viral moment of the entire Super Bowl when he got to Andy Reid's face. This is in the first quarter, very upset, basically after the fumble. Now, what we assume he was saying, he ran up to Andy Reid, almost knocked him over. I mean, really, really crazy. He's like a madman. And he bumped into Andy Reid, the coach, who's 65 years old and quite heavy. And Travis Kelce, I forget how enormous he is. He is enormous.
Well, did you forget how enormous Andy Reid was since you want to point out how heavy he is? Jesus, Brian, what a stray bullet at Andy Reid.
Just trying to lay it out for people that didn't watch. And he screamed in Andy Reid's face. Now, what we assume he was saying is, don't take me out of the game because the Chiefs had just fumbled. He's a great blocker for Mahomes and that situation on the goal line, or he could have scored because he only had 1 reception with 1 yard in the first half.
That's
Travis
crazy.
Kelce, Hall of Famer, one of the best tight ends ever. It certainly, I think, listen, I didn't think it was funny, but I think it was, yes, that's the guy I want playing for me. And here's Travis Kelce after the game talking about it when he was interviewed about what happened.
All right now.
When you and Andy Reid had that, what I call a very engaging conversation.
Oh, you guys saw that?
What was the conversation about? Was
there
it?
were a few cameras.
I mean, was it? Hey, I need the ball. I can help us win. What was that about?
Man, it was. I'm gonna keep it between us unless my mic'd up tells the world. But I was just telling him how much I love him.
That's Booger and Chris Berman there. And then they got to Andy Reid afterward, and here's what he said about the moment. And actually, I'm sorry. Andy Reid said he was fine with what he said. Here's Andy
Speech
Reid.
on the sideline when he ran into you in the first half.
No, he keeps me young.
Yeah.
So,
the balance looked good.
Yeah, not so good. He tested that hip out.
Yeah, I know. Like JB's got a new hip too.
Yeah, man. I'm telling
You took a good hit right there, but that's how you guys communicate sometimes.
Well, he caught me off balance. So normally I'd give him a little bit, but I didn't have any feet under me.
He kind of rolled his eyes when he said that too. Andy Reid did on that.
I would be worried if I was Taylor Swift to see that sort of rage coming out of Travis Kelce. That was
Oh
a
my
lot.
God, that's what you're worried about
That
right
was a
now?
lot.
It's a football game.
I understand, but
it's the Super Bowl.
I know, but he ran up and attacked an old man.
It doesn't mean he's going to attack Taylor Swift.
I hope not.
I hope not, too.
She's America's prized possession.
Look, yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she is.
I like her. Like I said, I want everybody's heads to explode by every time they showed her on the screen. 53 seconds, by the way. But Andy Reid, doing the right thing of just saying, like, hey, it's no big deal. And, makes jokes about it. And so did Travis Kelce because they have that relationship. Hey, they won. And Travis Kelce had a great second half.
That's right. That's right.
So, I guess I saw so many people saying this is disgusting. Bench him. I'm like, do you understand these are men that are making $100 million to win a Super Bowl? And it's just so funny of the different perspective on the internet of when you see something shocking. But that's what I want. I want that kind of thing. I want a guy doing that.
I think it's fair to say both that they're men and that this is how they deal with things. And also, that was scary. And he was really mad. And I did not like it. And I would not like him to do that to me. I would not like that.
Nope. We'll have more on the Super Bowl, of course, in the halftime show and the commercials and all that when we get there. Plus, Clash with Kenzie on the way. Chance to get LCD sound system tickets. We're after Bring Me the Horizon. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Bring Me the Horizon. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we get you on the phones for tickets to see LCD Sound System, we did talk about bets. And I told you how I missed out on all my bets because I was behind on the TV because I was running around chasing my child and didn't realize I was behind before the Super Bowl started. And I missed my bets. But Nick checked in 630. I lost all my bets. I, too, was hoping for the octopus with Travis. Would have made me $700. I would have won the money line, but I panicked last minute and cashed out while I was still ahead. That is one of the weird things when they give you that option in case you don't use DraftKings or a betting app, that when you're in the middle of the bet and things are going your way, they can say cash out for this much now instead of waiting till the end. It's so tempting. It's one of those crises in life of what you want to do. And Nick sounds like he cashed out. He made a little bit of money. Let's see, 708 checked in. I won $180 on a $5 bet for non-QB throwing a touchdown. That was Justin from Worth. Congratulations, my man. Eddie says, my parlay for $1,200 hit, but I didn't lock it in and didn't realize until after the half. You guys, I'm so hurt. Oh. Listen, I didn't make any bet because I was 20 minutes stand behind on the TV and the game started before. It's just so funny. Keep your, what your bet totals were, what you ended up making. If anybody really scored, these are all very relatable bets and situations that went on. But hey, I hope you guys made some money. So, 312-591-8300. How about something free? Incredible. Tickets for LCD Sound System at the Aragon. If you beat me in trivia, Kenzie on maternity leave, had a beautiful baby on Friday, and it's all out there on our Facebook page. You can see a beautiful picture of the baby. So 312-591-8300. Call now to compete against me. I'm undefeated, by the way. 7-0 whenever I do trivia. Bring it for those LCD Sound System tickets. Call right now.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
I'll get the Clash with Kenzie in just a second here. And remember, for everybody else, after Clash with Kenzie, I'm going to play Måneskin. And then after that song, we'll give you the code again for the Killers in Vegas, GTFO. So everybody's going to have a chance at something if you just stick around here. But before we get to our competitor, I have to go back to the text line because some great bets that came in. As people bet, as me and Case talked about, I missed all my bets because my TV was rewound too far. I paused it at some point of the broadcast at like 4 o'clock and missed putting in. And then someone said, why don't you put your bets in right before the game? And I get a rush putting in the bets right before kickoff.
I'm with you. I understand that completely.
I don't do it Saturday or Friday. And plus the lines can change or things can change. So, you know.
I think it sounds, and I know this really happened to you, it sounds like a fake excuse to say, well, my TV was rewound too far. That's why I missed opening kickoff, and that's why I missed time my bets. I know that happened to you.
It did.
That's an insane excuse that doesn't sound real, but nevertheless.
It's me.
I know. Trust me.
I'm incapable of telling a lie. And why would I make myself look bad on purpose?
I don't know. That's typically what you do.
So one bet came in from Sam773. My 13-year-old son and I had a bet. Loser got flicked in the family jewels.
Flicked is tough.
And he won.
Oh, man.
A flick in the family jewels.
Arguably worse than a punch.
Oh. It's probably the first time a 13-year-old's going to understand what that is.
Yeah, well, no, because little kids like doing that. Did you go through a thing where you punch people in the privates when you were a kid?
No.
No.
Did you?
All right, yeah, yes, I did.
I'm incapable of telling a lie.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
Well, look, Kenzie's on maternity leave, gave birth to a beautiful baby last week, and you can see pictures. People keep texting DM about it at Q101's Facebook page, sitting right there for you. Beautiful, healthy baby. It's awesome. So I'm taking the reins here. I did kind of tell a lie there by mistake. I did lose when we did all Star Wars trivia to, I believe it was Laura.
Yes.
So I said I was undefeated, but I'm undefeated outside of specialty trivia.
Okay, so you're still undefeated in your mind.
Yes, I am. So, Sean's checking in here to take me on. And, Sean, I appreciate you checking in from Chicago. What'd you do for the Super Bowl last night, Sean?
Oh, man. I had placed bets on Kansas City to win, but one of my parlays didn't hit, and that was for Kittle to get 4 receptions, I believe.
Did he have 2?
I think he had 2.
God, yeah.
And none in the first half.
And then he got hurt in the fourth quarter, so he was just non-existent. He really was.
That's too bad.
I'm sorry about that. I can't cover your bets, though. I'm sorry.
It's okay. The Usher concert was probably the best part, though.
I liked it. I mean, I didn't love it, but I liked it. You know what I mean?
I was just excited to see, like, Ludacris and Usher and Alicia Keys. It was kind of nostalgic in the way, yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that was interesting is how many people have ready to go in their queue on all their social media. The halftime show sucks.
Oh, it should have been Metallica.
Yeah, which, I want Metallica there. I think it would have been great if James Hetfield came out with her and did trading guitar solos for 10 minutes.
He should have came out with Usher and breakdanced.
Hell yes.
That would have been great.
I'm all for mixing genres in the halftime show.
Very brave of you.
Let's do it.
All right, let's play some trivia.
Okay, Sean, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If I get one wrong, you can steal a point. I can steal a point from you, too. Call heads or tails. 1, 2, 3, call it.
Heads.
That's tails, and I'm not lying because I'm competing today. I'm showing it the case right now, see?
It is tails.
All right. Here we go. I haven't done trivia in a long time. Let's do it.
How you feeling?
I feel rough, actually.
All right.
So we'll see what happens.
Question number 1.
No excuses, though.
No, not
excuses.
you.
No.
Not you.
No.
Question number 1, Brian. Fill in the blank. Booking.com, booking.
Net?
No.
Oh, I thought they did both. Oh, crap.
Sean, fill in the blank. Booking.com, booking. Blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap.
Sean's up 1-0.
That stinks. I jumped the guy. I got a little excited on that one.
Booking.net. That's
By the way,
funny.
if you buy a domain name, buy them all.
Yeah,
they must
true.
own Booking.net,
They
too.
probably do, but that doesn't count.
Oh, damn it.
All right, back to Sean. Sean, who was the Super Bowl MVP this year?
Wasn't it Mahomes?
It was.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Bad start for Brian, down 2.
Okay.
All right, Brian. What is the name of the Little Mermaid in the Disney movie by the same name?
Little Mermaid. See, Harper's not of age yet for these movies.
Okay, but you've been on this earth for quite a while.
I have. I don't remember. So I'm going to say Letitia.
It's not Letitia the Little Mermaid.
Damn it.
Sean, the name of the name of the Little Mermaid?
Ariel.
Ariel.
God dang, this is terrible.
This is not good. Sean's up 3-0. It's back to him.
All right.
On most computers, Sean, the command Control+C often does what?
Command Control plus C. That's isn't that copy?
That is copy.
Okay. Is Sean a ringer?
Nope.
I don't like what I'm hearing here.
Nah, this is one of these blue-collar people. It's one of these real Americans out there doing his thing, up 4-0 in trivia. Feels good.
I'm just, in all honesty, I'm just a forklift operator, so, you know.
He's a lunch pail guy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. This guy kind of got to keep Chicago moving, unlike me.
No, he's a real American.
Yeah,
I
he
love
is.
that. Well,
All right.
Brian, you got a chance to get on the board here, okay?
Okay, let's go.
All right. Sean's got 4. You've got nothing. It's
Yep.
back to you, Brian.
Let's go.
In the context of email,
Yep.
what does CC stand for?
I know what it is. I know what you do when you CC somebody. Yeah, you CC them on the email because they're going to fire everybody today and make sure they're on it. That's why I'm using it in a sentence.
Uh-huh.
But CC, it's not closed captioning.
It's not.
Oh crap. Is it? I don't know. I can't think of it.
Wow.
Oh no, this is for the win.
Sean for the win in the shutout. What does
God,
CC stand
terrible.
for?
I carbon copy.
It is.
Holy crap! Not only did I lose, but I lost terribly. Shut out. Never before, Sean. God. It's a monumental, historic day.
Yeah, like I said, I've been calling in every single day for years, trying to compete on trivia.
Uh-huh.
And this is the first time, and, like, I've never lost me versus the radio.
And now you're up beating Brian also. That's fantastic, Sean.
That's great. Sorry,
Brian.
Brian.
Why couldn't we have gotten a weed head this morning?
No, we got Sean. He's a forklift operator. He's locked in.
Did you bake this morning at all, Sean, at all?
I did not.
Okay.
I don't smoke, so, you know.
I was just trying to reach for something.
Kind of goes with the territory of my job as well.
Yeah, well, you're a good man, and I lost to a good man, and I can accept that. Just like the Chiefs accepting that last night, losing, or the 49ers, accepting losing to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Congratulations, you're going to see LCD Sound System at the Aragon. Congrats, Sean.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
I'm floored, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get something for everybody in 3 minutes after Monoskin. We'll give you that keyword again for the Killers in Vegas. It's GTFO, a free trip to see the Killers in Vegas. We'll give you that word. Keyword to text in 3 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So let's give you that word, the keyword, to get you to the Killers in Vegas in just a second. Let's pause for a second. This is week 5 of GTFO. So Killers in Vegas. Last week was my brain just hit a little weird thing from the Super Bowl, I think.
Who was last week? GTFO. We did 5 days of it, banned in their own hometown. They put out a great record this year.
Green Day in San Francisco. Before that, it was Foo Fighters in San Diego. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was Fall Out Boy in L.A., our homeboys. And then the first week was Blink in Miami.
Yeah,
How about? Got it. It was my first weekend drinking in a month after the dry January, so it's caught up with me a little bit here.
Did you get drunk really fast?
I did. I went to a new Burning Bush brewery. Went there, got the Red Sea Sour.
Why is it called Burning Bush?
I know there's a lot to probably unpack there. I don't know. I don't know if there's a religious angle there, but I drank. And actually, it was called the Red Sea Sour.
Oh.
I didn't even think of that. So the whole thing must be religious. I didn't know.
Wow. Well, you better thank God you made it home.
Clearly. So, there we go. That's where I'm at. But you guys can text in right now. Here's what you do. Text in HOT, H-O-T, as in hot fuss, H-O-T. Text HOT to 312-591-8300. That's the LCD sound system. I'm sorry, that's the GTFO for Killers in Vegas. Trip for two you'll be qualified for, and a $100 Visa gift card just for qualifying. So text HOT 312-591-8300 right now. When we come back here around 7:50, we haven't talked too much about the commercials yet. It's always a big topic of discussion, and there were some certainly pretty awesome commercials.
There were good commercials last night, but I found a reoccurring theme, an issue I have with the modern Super Bowl commercial that I'm curious if you feel the same way.
Okay, we'll get into that. But you guys text in right now, just so we know before we get there, 312-591-8300. What was your favorite commercial last night? Text in that, and then we'll tell you what ours were, and it come out to 7:50.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, you got about 9 minutes left to text in HOT to 312-591-8300. That'll get you a chance at the Killers in Vegas, GTFO. 8 o'clock, that word goes off the books. And the next time you have a chance is at 11 a.m. during Lauren's show. And Brian Phillips will have a shot as well. But this is the first day of it, the Killers in Vegas, where the Super Bowl was last night. And I'm really stunned here because usually the commercials in the Super Bowl is a big point of debate on who likes what. And Case and I had just picked out 3 that we thought were the top 3. We didn't have much debate on it. We both mostly agreed. And our listeners agreed to the same 3 that were the tops.
Yeah, there was a high level last night of commercial, and there was a low level. There was no middle ground. I thought the things that hit really hit and were well done and were memorable, and I'll remember them going forward. And then there was about 80% of the commercials that I didn't think were great.
No, there was a lot of, I think it's just getting too harder to up them and to make them to a new level anymore. And they just kind of make them, obviously the movie trailers. I'm stunned there's another Twister movie coming out.
I thought you meant the game when you said that. I didn't know Twister was a series of movies.
See how I'm working with here, people? Case hasn't seen Twister.
Never heard of it. I didn't know it was a thing.
Never heard of it.
No, and I know I'm a young man, but I'd like to think I know quite a bit for somebody my age.
It's Case's birthday today. We'll get to that in a second as well.
Boy.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. But no, I didn't know what Twister was. I know it's like a tornado, but I didn't know it was a movie series.
Okay. We'll move on.
Who's in the original Twister?
Well, you had Bill Pullman, rest in peace.
Gone too soon?
Bill Paxton. Oh, crap, I did it. That's a big online thing when you say Bill Pullman instead of Bill Paxton. Okay. Bill Paxton, rest in peace.
Okay.
You have... God, I can't think of the other
actor. It's not a memorable movie. It must not be great. I've never heard of it.
No, it's great. Dang it. You have another guy that's dead, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I know Philip Seymour Hoffman.
And this is a movie that you wouldn't expect Philip Seymour Hoffman in, as far as he kills it in that movie.
He's good in everything.
You got Helen Hunt. You got Jamie Gertz.
This is a good cast.
The guy from Ferris Bueller, Alan Ruck.
Okay.
From who played Cameron.
What year did the movie come out?
Let me look back here. 96.
Okay, well, before my time, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. Sometimes before you doesn't mean you can't. I hate that excuse.
I understand.
It came out before me, so I don't know it.
And I've caught a lot of things before 99. I just happen to miss Twister, God
Morrissey
forbid.
is your favorite band. Everything he did came out before you were born.
Not entirely true.
Most of it.
The point, yes, the point stands. I'm sorry I haven't seen Twister. Can we still work together, or is this a deal breaker?
I'm not sure. I got to think about it. The listeners can decide if you should still work here if you haven't seen Twister. So, what were we going to say before we start going through the top three that our listeners actually completely agreed upon about the Super Bowl commercials last night?
About the thing I dislike about the commercials?
Well, there was one thing. You said an ongoing thing.
Yes, there's an ongoing theme, and I think this is why commercials aren't as memorable as they used to be. Because for some reason, we've been convinced that the best PR tactic is now a C-list celebrity just being in a commercial and not doing anything important.
Yeah.
I think in the case of a State Farm commercial, like we're about to play with Arnold Schwarzenegger, or the Michael Cera CeraVe commercial, it was a famous spokesperson, but they were doing something. They were funny. They added to it. But then there were stuff like the Homes.com commercials that ran a few different times last night. Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek and Heidi Gardner from SNL. Funny people. I like them. I like the shows they're on. I don't need them to sell me Homes.com. They have nothing to do with that. I don't trust them for real estate advice. And there's just more and more of that.
That's a good take, because I agree with you that they always feel like they got to get like Vanilla Ice in a commercial or something like that.
Just have Bob and Sue sell me the thing, and we'll be good to go. Just make it a good commercial.
Well, be creative. I think people run out of ideas, and that's what they go to. It's easy to go to a celebrity, but the number one spot that both our listeners and me in case like the most was the Duncan one that was loaded with celebrities.
Fantastic. Tom Brady.
Ben Affleck, of course.
Jennifer Lopez, yes.
He's led up to this theme of what they're going to be a band, and of course, J-Lo and
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's in it as well. Here's that spot.
I don't think you should do this. Last year, she came to my work. Now I got to show her what I can do.
He's here.
Affleck on the track.
What up, Bronx? For your consideration, here comes the Boston Massacre. The Dumb Kings. Touchdown, Tommy on them keys. Player coach.
Got it.
I'm open. And needs no introduction, my partner.
It's really hard to be your friend, man.
You said you were going to support me?
Dumb Kings! Don't go away. My heart. Why you dunking me, girl? Why you dunking me? Dumb Kings! My heart.
How do you like them donuts? I'm so sorry.
You had to see it, but I forgive you. Lay us on the track.
Are we gonna be on the album?
We talked about this.
Let's go. You're blinded by them pinstripes.
Wrap it up.
Here goes Babe Ruth.
Tom, you can stay.
You know, I told you I'd do anything for you. This is anything.
Chill. They're naming a drink after us.
That's very fun.
That was so good.
That's very fun. They packed a lot into a minute there, a lot of different cameos, but I thought that was really solid.
Yeah, obviously big A-levels, all A-levels there. And it was funny. It was good. I liked it. The other one that people liked the most, that me and Case liked too, was the Michael Cera one you're talking about with CeraVe.
Yeah, I think Michael Cera is just a gift on God's green earth. I think he's a national treasure. He stepped away from the spotlight for a little bit. I'm really glad he's back.
That was a big thing for Michael Cera.
I think he's fantastic.
Well, listen, I still to this day get in arguments that Superbad was the last movie that was that funny.
Yes, now we did this last week, so we're not going to do this again.
No, I'm just telling you that's my stance, and I stand by it.
Michael Cera, Arrested Development, Superbad, Youth in Revolt, This Is the End, he's in a million different good things. I just think historically we underappreciate him.
Was he in Scott Pilgrim?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite comic book movies, which isn't everybody else's favorite.
No, but it's excellent. It's a comic book movie that I tolerate.
I love that movie.
Yes, he's a national treasure, Brian.
Okay.
We must protect Michael Cera.
We'll put him in bubble wrap later.
There you go.
Here's the Michael Cera CeraVe commercial.
Michael Cera, and human skin is my passion, which is why I developed this. CeraVe. Oh, you didn't know? Oh. Can skin truly be this moisturized? Oh. Yeah. Wow. Let my cream hydrate you. 3 essential ceramides. CeraVe. Developed with Michael Cera. V. We like? So my name is Cera. And so it's a perfect crossover opportunity.
That's so good.
That's what I'm talking about. This guy always delivers.
You might have sold me. He is a national treasure.
He's batting 1,000.
Oh, he's doing great. He's doing great. And then the third commercial that I know we all agree with our listeners. I really did. There's like 500 or 600 texts here about the top commercial everybody loved, and we all agreed, which is pretty interesting, was the State Farm Arnold Schwarzenegger commercial, which was just, classic Schwarzenegger bit with his voice.
It's what a Super Bowl commercial should be. It was creative. It was funny. It had a big guest. This is what we're asking for. This is the bar right here.
And also, by the way, with all three of these, I remember what the ad's about, like what they're selling.
Are you going to go get CeraVe? You going to take care of your skin?
Just might.
Yeah.
Do guys get that stuff? It's only for women.
What do you think?
I guess the way you're looking at me laughing, it's for men and women. I can't change from Lubriderm. I can't do it.
But didn't they discontinue your skincare?
They discontinued the men's 3-in-1 that had a light fragrance that was women loved. And they discontinued that. And I wrote a letter to Lubriderm.
That's right.
So maybe I should change the CeraVe.
And they got back to you in the middle of the night, right?
They emailed me right back and said, we're sorry, you were the only one buying it, basically. But it's been, I really am upset. And Lubriderm people, if you want a great endorsement, it was the best lotion. Look how young I look. Look how vibrant.
Yeah, you're incredible.
So I still
look like a baby boy. Did Kenzie give birth to you?
I still use Lubriderm. I just don't have the men's 3-in-1 lotion anymore.
All right. Well, I think all skincare is for men and women, so you're allowed to use CeraVe. Nobody will judge you.
Okay. Well, anyway, here's the State Farm Super Bowl ad that was third in our thing.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
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 Let's go again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
Now what?
Neighbor.
Yeah, neighbor. Just like it's written on the paper.
Neighbor.
That was the sheep. And you know it. Neighbor.
Still no.
Neighbor.
Neighbor.
Bar.
Bar.
Bar. This lady's in labor.
Cut. Arnold, got a bit of a script change. You'll love this.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good
neighbor, State Farm is there.
You are a backstabber.
I am a backstabber.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.